just talk us through everything you've got here.
Guitar World, thanks for the call. I got 2 amps set up. Neither of them are mine. I normally use a 5150, but this is Lewis's 5152, which we didn't actually use the second channel, just used the distortion channel, but it actually sounds really fucking good. I ran that's basically my normal live rig, where I run through Zilla, two Zilla 2x12s, Super Fat Boy and a Fat Boy. They both have Celestion V30 and a G12 creamback, so there's like an X pattern in that, and it came out really cool. What we did then is we blended it with Lewis's Mesa Dual Rec, which is a classic amp as well, just like the 5150. A lot of classic bands from the 90s and stuff, that like new metal and stuff as well would have made that amp quite famous. But pairing it with a Mesa rectifier cabinet as well, which is also like a fairly go-to cab for this kind of tone, but the two together is just insane. What's up? Pedal board. Here we go. This is just the DI box. So Lewis is taking the DI of the tone, so he can absolutely change the tone afterwards if he wants to. I'm going from the DI box into the tuner. So this is where I'm running these for a couple of sections. The Octavius comes up on like 4 songs, and just it's really good at tracking low end for octavers and stuff. There's one of the tunes I use the delay with it, so you'll hear that on a song called No Apologies. Other than that, I use the reverb delay, the RV3, for like quite a lot of lead sections on the record as well. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated. So through my 5150, I'm running Abominable Electronics pedals. I'm using the Hellmouth Overdrive, which is like a tube screamer replica type pedal, but it's got a lot more distortion coming, so I'm running into the amp with a lot more distortion. A couple of the tunes then as well, I'm actually using the Throne Torture. It's like a HM2 clone that Abominable make, and it's stacking that with the overdrive, it just creates an insane tone. I usually just call it like Satan on steroids. Is how I describe it. This on the other amp then, on the Mesa, so we're using a splitter here. These are running into the 5150. Running into the Mesa, we have a JHS type tube screamer that Lewis has. Sounds great. And then when I'm stacking the HM2, I'm just using an actual modded HM2 that Lewis has as well. I have one as well, but this one just sounds really, really, really good, whatever the mod is. And both of them then, I didn't actually use noise gates for the main rhythm tone. We're gonna like gate that afterwards manually, but I use noise gates on the HM2 stuff because the G-string, ISP decimator G-string pedals are like the only thing that'll actually tame HM2s, where you can actually play it and actually have a gate that stops your tone. So that was just used towards the end. A couple of other various pedals used on it, but these are like the main things that'll show up all across the record, so yeah. Yo, Guitar World, it's me again. This is my guitar. I've had this for a few years. It's probably my favourite guitar that I've ever had so far. It's an ESP LTD TE401 Flamed Maple. They made them in black and white as well, but I just thought this looked fucking sick, so I got this one. Actually, just installed for this session was a Fishman Fluence modern ceramic humbucker in the bridge, and do you know, like I've heard loads of people who used to be playing, I used to play EMG 81s, and lots of other people who've been playing them have switched over to Fishman now, and it's so true what everyone says. As soon as you play into it, it's like everything that you're used to, but everything that was missing from your tone is all of a sudden just showed up, and it just feels like I've lacked nothing with this pickup and this guitar for the record. It's absolutely fantastic, so I love it, and shout out to the Royal Guitar Repair Company in Southampton. Matthew Reynolds sorted it out. He put in the pickup, like, did a real nice job, gave the guitar loads of TLC, and it plays like brand new again, so shout out to Matt for setting it up. Also, what I have here for the session is I have this Reverend Sensi, which is Lewis's guitar. Dan from Conjurer plays one, and we've done a lot of work with them, and I've always been like fancying the guitar a little bit, so it's been sick to try it. It's got a Railhammer chisel pickup. which is like rails for the bottom strings and poles for the high strings. Now, I actually only ended up using this on a few leads for the album. Just ended up sounding way better. Really nice sustain and bends on it as well. And it just sounded beautiful. Passive pickups as well, so it cuts through a little bit nicer for leads. But yeah, absolutely love this guitar, and it was set up by Matt Reynolds at the same place again as well. So yeah, that's all fairly simple. Big, dirty, disgusting rig. Hope you like the record. Nice one.
And you can buy the Kemper profile at lewisjohns.co.uk.